Hey, what's going on, guys? Battle Nations Emperor here, back today with another video. And today, guys, we're back in the sandbox, back in another pre-generated map in the sandbox. And today, we're going to be discussing the future development and updates of Battle Nations. So for anybody new here, of course, Battle Nations is being rebuilt back into its previous editions, level 70, boss strikes, full multiplayer, the whole shebang. But even right now, I'd say we're at about, what, 50% production? You know, max level was 70 and we're already at level 46, so already halfway done with the levels, but we still got a bunch of events we need to do. We still have all the promo units and a whole bunch of other stuff. But there are currently 4 things being actively developed at Madrona. 4 things in these 4 major projects, and those are as follow. Raids and Occupation, which for anybody new here, raiding is pretty much what you're able to do with that little attack button. You know how you can go to, like, Bor Badlands or Gannis's Fortress, and you have that little attack button that lets you, attack any building on the map, and then it gives you a small amount of resources for whatever you hit within that square. Yeah, that's pretty much what raiding is, just against your fellow players. And Occupation is the exact same thing, except you know how sometimes enemies, ever since the start of the game, will always stay on your base. It says, this person has, invaded your land. Normally it's a raider or an animal, and they just stay there with that yellow box. Yeah, that's what Occupation is, except you can do it to your friends. So pretty freaking cool. It was in the old Battle Nations, and it was freaking awesome. And that is one of the things they are working on. Another thing they are working on is guilds. Pretty self-explanatory, but I'll go ahead and explain them. Basically, if you've ever played Clash of Clans or any other mobile game, think of this as the group system. This is clans, this is groups, just under a different name. We call it guilds in Battle Nations, and what guilds do is they allow us to join together in groups, and if you need a guild, you're more than welcome to join the Empire. We have competitive and casual options for anybody, so you're more than welcome to join. If you already have a guild, you're more than welcome to visit. Just stop around, say hi. But yeah, just had to throw that in there. So of course we have a guild. Guilds aren't in the game yet, but there are already multiple guilds set up on Discord and various other spots of the internet where Battle Nations players meet up, and they've already started forming. So that is what guilds are, pretty much just groups. And then finally, the last 2 things that are currently being worked on: level 50. Pretty self-explanatory. We currently have level 46. This is the next 4 levels all the way to level 50, which has a whole bunch of stuff at level 50. And then finally, we of course have, last but certainly not least, we have boss strikes. So those are the 4 things currently being worked on. And if I had to guess, and I want to clarify, I have no special super inside knowledge. Like, I wish I could see everything that's about to happen, but I can't. So with that being said, this is my best guess, though. This is what I think we're going to be looking at. So just to confirm, I think we're probably looking at guilds coming first, then probably raids and occupations, then level 50, and then boss strike. Now, want to clarify, could I be wrong with this? Absolutely. It's also a very good possibility we see something like this. So with just boss strikes being moved up because of how very popular they are. But I think there's a good chance it will be this. And in this video, I intend to explain why I believe it will be this order, and also why I support this order, why I believe this would be the best order for the game to go through. And even if they don't do it, heck, even if they completely invert it, completely understandable. But just wanted to make this video quickly cover in here. So first, let's start off with right at the top there, guilds. Oh boy, this one's pretty big. So pretty self-explanatory. If you're a Battle Nations OG, I think we've all been waiting for this one to come back. It's just so we can get groups together. I mean, heck, there are already multiple set up. Like, I said mine earlier, which, everybody's welcome to join the Battle Nations Empire. Then there's a Goodfellas, which is a really good gang, basically based off Mafia type thing. Their leader is the Don. Super cool right there. Then you have other YouTubers like Battle Nations AP. He has PSC, the public service company. So just another example. And then you have old school guilds like this guild right here. They were from the OG Battle Nations and they're reset up in. So point being is there are a whole bunch of different guilds with a whole bunch of different mission statements, and all of them are trying to just basically wait for guilds to come back so they can immediately drop back in and start getting their, community set back up. So I think for pretty much the reasons I just said, I'm very confident guilds would be coming first. And the reason I can say it so confidently, even though I have, again, 100% no background knowledge or anything, is because just look at the community around us. All 4 of these concepts are deeply wanted. Everybody wants boss strikes. Everybody wants level 50 and all the cool mega tanks and everything else that comes with it. And of course, we want to be able to attack our own friends again. That's just self-explanatory, right? But we all want to be able to just come together and be in groups again. Like, I would love to talk to you guys in a Battle Nations group chat again. I would love to, talk to other guilds, like in game, and see other people being parts of guilds. And it is already confirmed that they have pretty much the vast majority of guilds done. It's just making sure it's not another friend system where, they launch it. It's super cool. It's a bunch of new content, but has a bunch of bugs to it. And, they just have to immediately release a hot fix to squash about 90% of them. So, with that being said, I would really love guilds to come back. Again, I don't want them to rush them. I hope they come back, fully ready, fully prepared. No bugs or anything of the sort. However, I would adore to see guilds back. I think they would be a great first edition, and I would love to see the progression of them. So, continuing right along, we get guilds. What would be the next thing? I think it very relatively and pretty understandably leans into raids and occupation. Just being able to occupy your friends' bases and, of course, attack it. I mean, we can already do this to places like Gannis's Fortress, Recoil Ridge. We could assist before we got assist back, and then, we're able to assist everybody. I feel the same thing is going to happen with, attacks and occupation. So I'm not sure if the underlying code for occupation is back in the game, but the underlying code for attack certainly is. I mean, heck, you can attack, like we just talked about. You can attack Gannis's Fortress. You can attack, heck, even Boar Badlands, the Raptor's Nest. So you can already attack NPCs in the game and really just be converting that over to player versus player. Now, once you add occupation back into the game, that's a whole nother story. Now we're asking ourselves, how much do we want, the story to be affected? Because once you add occupations back, you guys think the merit inflation was bad from Friends Update. Wait till we can start occupying each other's bases. People setting up, secondary alt accounts just to, power economically their main account. It is going to be freaking insane. But yeah, I'm not going to lie. I'm kind of looking forward to it. I think it's going to be pretty freaking fun, pretty freaking cool. And I believe it will be coming shortly after Guilds. And continuing right along, we have a very, very requested topic. Everybody wants this back, very obviously. Just a continuation of the game, and that is the next level in cap to level 50. Now, this has been waiting for a while. In fact, pretty much every time there's a patch update, somebody goes into the Discord to ask if it's level 50. It's not, and then people are sad. But I think there's a very good reason for this level taking a lot longer than some of the previous levels, and it's simply this. Level 50 unlocks so much stuff. It really does. And not only does it unlock a lot of stuff, it unlocks a lot of good stuff. And what I mean by that is this. You might get, a new decoration, a new unit, whatever, but at level 50, you're getting everything from the Railgun Trooper, some of the best infantry in the game with penetration that takes down armor, something penetration is not supposed to do, and the Mega Tank. I mean, just basically the icon of Battle Nations. I mean, he was literally the cover of the game for a while, so by all means, just an absolute goat. So when units like this come back, along with everything else that's in level 50, you want it to be good. You want to make sure it's perfect, and I completely understand them delaying this process because I want Mega Tanks to be perfect off drop because I'm probably going to drop a few $100s on my main alone just trying to get a whole bunch of Mega Tanks. And I feel a lot of people are the same way. The second they drop, we are going to go crazy for it. So completely understand the kind of waited long back waiting for level 50. It's only 4 levels from where we are right now, but man, those 4 levels are massive, let me tell you. So completely understand this process, and honestly, again, I really hope it because once level 50 drops and we get all those cool units back, man, I don't want to have a bug where, Mega Tanks don't drop after you train them, or have a bug where Railguns can't attack. Some BS like that. Just don't want to have to deal with it, and that's why I hope they continue doing what they're doing and make sure it's perfect. And finally, maybe not best for last, but certainly a good one, and I put it at the back for, I might even say it. Besides Guilds, definitely the best. Come on. It's what so many people remember Battle Nations for. It's what everybody is wanting back from the start. And that, of course, is boss strikes. Yes, I unfortunately believe boss strikes might be coming back last. And let me be very clear here. I am uploading this in the middle of September, August 2020. I'm sorry, not August. Middle of September 2025. August was last month. Despite that, I still think there's a good chance boss strikes are far, because there's a good chance I'm immediately thrown pie on my face, because a lot of rumors that the infected boss strike, yes, everybody's in loved Halloween Battle Nations update, might be coming back next month, which means we would only have a month turnaround, less than that, since, we're less than a month now away from October, before boss strikes will drop. And personally, I just don't see that happening. Not only do I not see it happening, I kind of hope it doesn't happen. And before you kill me, please hear me out. My reason for it is this. Boss strikes were one of the best parts of the game. I love boss strikes. So many people have great memories with boss strikes, and they were truly one of the best parts of Battle Nations. Unbelievably fun. When they dropped back, so many people, from hardcore vets to new players to even people just hearing about the game right now, will be dropping in to check them out. When that happens, it has to be perfect. It must be perfect. It cannot be a friends situation. It cannot be buggy. It cannot be glitchy. When boss strikes drop, in my opinion, they need to be perfect. And I'm not saying they need to be, perfectly balanced. I'm not saying that, the designs need to be perfect. I'm not saying that even the units need to be, 100%. All I'm saying is there needs to be no major glitches, no major oversights, and we just have a fun boss strike back. Now, with that being said, it is very hard to do because the concept of a boss strike is entirely new. It's entirely foreign. They'll have to reprogram everything back into the game, and it's just going to take a while. But despite that, I want it to take a while. I want boss strikes to be perfect. I haven't experienced the glory of a boss strike in nearly a decade now. It hurts me as somebody who just is obsessed with this game. But despite that, still, I want to wait longer because when they come back, I want it to be perfect. I mean absolutely perfect, like Homelander in that one meme. I want it to be fantastic. And I believe if they wait, just give us a few more months, past October, go into November, December, maybe even beginning of next year, however Madrona wants to play it, I think they should be given as much time as they need to make sure when boss strikes drop, and whether it's Lieutenant Duran or somebody completely new, right? I want to make sure everybody has an awesome time, and we all love the update. And yeah, guys, that's my order. Now, just again, one more time, could totally be wrong here. Everything on this list could be inaccurate, false, and fake news. I hope not. I hope I'm more right than wrong, but just wanted to give that clarification out. So again, guys, if you're still watching this, thank you so much for watching. I greatly appreciate you watching this little Battle Nation speculatory video. If you have your own speculations, please drop them in the comments down below. I'd love to hear what you think is going to go on the game, or any requests you might have for the game. Of course, please consider dropping down in the description below and checking out the Empire if you haven't already. Again, if you need a competitive guild, you're more than welcome to join the main. All you gotta do is apply. And if you are a casual player, just more chill, you are more than welcome to join a feeder. No requirements. Just join in, have a little fun, talk with the boys, and chill. And even if you're part of another guild, more than welcome to sit back, relax, hang out. We have a lot of other guild leaders, and heck, we have a lot of other guild co-leaders and everybody of the sort. So again, would love to have you in there. And yeah, guys, that will just about do it for us today, guys. Thank you so much for watching this Battle Nations video. If you enjoyed it, please consider dropping a like down below and subscribing to the channel if you are new. And yeah, guys, with all that being said, that will do it for us. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, have a great rest of your day.